we're
Hey
on.
there, and welcome to another Get Good at Business highlight. I am your host, Taylor Proctor, your business coach, helping you get good at business so you can get back into the heart of why you got into business in the first place. And it is my honor today to be joined by Julie Huldin. She is an amazing entrepreneur, and we're so excited to dive into her story and how she utilizes the areas of the I Move method to get good at business. And if you're wondering what is the I Move method, it stands for intuition, marketing, operations, velocity, and execution. And it is the methodology that we like to use to help entrepreneurs get good at business. So I'm so excited to have Julie join us today. And she is a LMT with 25 years experience, a mountain dweller, a kaleidoscope of experience of travel, and an avid learner. She has studied ultrasound, aesthetics, Qigong, Thai massage, leadership, attended business summits, networking events, and more. Right now, she's elevating her skills and adding in marketing and online course development for her new business, MassaVinci. Heal together and improve intimacy and connection at home with the power of massage. Julie, I'm so excited to dive in and learn more all about you and your business, especially with such a robust and diverse background. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's dive right in. I love to explore a little bit of that background because it is so enticing from your bio. What
Yeah.
inspired you to transition from healing massage and really creating and am I saying it correctly? Mesa Vinci?
Masa. It's
Masa.
like massage jammed together
Oh,
with Leonardo's Da Vinci, massage and
okay.
Da Vinci, because I teach with art. I'm an artist, so I do a lot of art.
I love that. So what inspired the
Yeah.
transition from like hands-on massage therapy to creating Masa Vinci?
Well, I've been in the industry a long time, like you said, and I've been with lots of therapists and working on tons of clients. And there's a whole host of reasons, like I feel that anybody can massage, number one.
Mhm.
Number two, with our economy and COVID and all these challenges, people weren't getting the massage because I believe in the power of it. So I think that a really having that ability and really learning and not being afraid to try to bring it into your life can really change things, because I've witnessed it. I've seen it with therapists I've supported that needed a little help. Just a few little things, and bam, you're so much better, or feel more confident, or you know, can do it kind of place. It's just a lot of things, but I just really decided to do it because I wanted to help people. I wanted to see people at home lift up and transform and be connected and save money and share it with their family and friends too. It's not just for partners and intimacy. So it's also for being able to, like, you can learn these skills in my class, with the master class, and you can do it with your child if you're, as long as you're doing the right pressure. You could do it with anyone. You just can't do it for money.
Yeah.
So,
I love that. And I think it's interesting too that you bring up, after COVID, because there was a lot of people missing touch and not really understanding how much of a gap it had created. So I think that you've really
yeah.
filled that gap with your programs.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And when we're spending so much time on the digital, like, on our phones and on computers and going out, but very little time now is away from digital. And I
Mm.
think this is another opportunity for people to connect and do something that's really low cost, to do it at home in the comfort of home, no matter even if the kids are running around, like I've gone in, and there's a couple in North Salt Lake, and they put the kids on the couch and they watch their favorite movie, and the parents are right there in the living room getting a massage, and they'll come in, but the kids respect it. They can tell, they know, because they love touch.
Yeah.
They love touch. They can't wait until they're old enough to get a massage, like, so that this is like, it could be really great for families in any kind of situation.
That's amazing. So
Yeah.
let's move to the I move method and let's kick things off with intuition. So, could you share a moment when intuition may have played a significant role in shaping the direction or the offerings of your business? And by all means, please feel free to share what intuition means to you as well.
Yeah, like to answer that question, I have to share how I feel about intuition because to me, intuition is an everyday part of building my business. It's just nonstop. Because to me, that I, when I'm creating, it's coming from me, and my tuition is me. So your business is you, and my business is me. And I found that the intuition strengthens when I have a challenge. And the intuition to me is getting to why you're doing this. What's your why? Your why
Mhm.
is the foundation of the intuition. So if the intuition isn't lining up with your why, you're going to feel like it's off. Something's off. Something's not right here. And to come from always going back to what was it I wanted to do? And then the intuition then goes, oh, you'll want to go here. So I think there's a play between intuition and your intention. Like it's all based on your vision. So there's this like complexity to intuition to me. The biggest thing I've experienced in my intuition where I did not listen at all. I was like, I was coming from anxiety. I was going like, let's get this done. I need it done now. I'm going to just do this guy in India. He says he's good. I'm going to trust it. And it was the biggest failure ever because I was pushing, and I was striving instead of backing off and slowing down. And since then, I slowed down. And my business has taken a year to develop, if not more, because I allow my intuition to guide me. What's the hurry? For some people, there's a huge urgency. I understand. But for me, I've been able to work and still build my business and allow it to flow. I mean, the challenges I've gone through are insane, but always after something better comes along,
Absolutely. Well, and I think it's
so
interesting too, because we have that idea and that concept of slow down to speed up. And for a lot of people, it's like, well, I just got to keep going. But it's like, if you slow down just a half a second, tapped into your intuition and said, wait, this doesn't,
yes,
or this does feel right. That's that slow
right,
down to speed up type of piece. And I think that you're really
right.
embracing that, right? Slowing down, taking that time to build your business so that it does have that momentum and that velocity.
Right. If I hadn't have slowed down, I wouldn't have found all these marketers that, like you. If I hadn't have slowed down, I wouldn't have gotten so much of the support I'm getting. Because it's
Mhm.
almost like, when we talk about the universe and how things are like we're growing together. It's like we're all going like together, we're all growing together. And that is really cool to me. It's
I
so
love that. I love that. Well, speaking of growing and togetherness and connecting and
yeah.
meeting with the right people, I'd love to move to the M of I move, which stands for marketing, right? So, what strategies have you found to be effective to really market and connect with those ideal clients and reach that target audience?
Well, my business is still in startup, so I can't say what's effective. But
Mhm.
I can say is I've spent 2/3 of my time on marketing because I know it's 2/3 of your income. You gotta throw down for the marketing. So for me, the strategy is get the right coach, get help. I got help. I just charged it. I was like, I'm going for it. I threw down, and I'm so glad I did because I no longer am I like trying to figure it out and go here and see what they're doing, and you kind of popcorn all over the place trying to put it together, and you're like, then I don't know if I should get rid of this or not. But when you have a coach, it's like, try this, works, this works, this works.
Mm.
And so that helped me, and I've been designing it and I know my approach now. And most of it is like, to me, having the perfect tools that are affordable and effective, like just 3 or 4, and
Mm.
that's it, no more. So I've got a CRM that's really fantastic. I've got, another app, and I've been learning all the apps to do video editing. My content is video driven. Like there's very little I can do without video. So I've been learning that as well for the marketing and, putting all those pieces together.
Yeah. And I think that's a great segue into operations, right? Some of the key
Right.
operational tactics that you've implemented for things to go smoothly and to simplify, right? One of the things we love
Yeah.
about the I move method is it really helps you can get good at the areas of I move, everything else starts to fall into place. And it sounds like you've done that with your marketing, right? Coming in, finding the things that work instead of swirling all over the place,
Right.
and operationally supporting that through several key tools. So why don't you tell us
Right.
a
I
little bit
think
more
that
about.
honestly, I really think the operation and the marketing for an online course are buddies.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
hand in hand.
hand in hand. So
Mm.
it's like, um, you have to look at a good operational to get the marketing you want. So you need to know your strategy for that. And I think today they're both like marketing is the operational. So I don't know. For me, yeah, it's been picking the right CRM. For me, it's been time management, doing the proper, like getting up, walking the dog, getting home, brushing my teeth, getting on the computer, setting my day to do this until, noon, and then coming. I get a lot of stuff done really late at night. You'll notice my posts on Facebook at like 1 a.m., but that's just me, Um, I do I do a lot at night. So getting my schedule was a little tricky, but now that I have it, I think it's like a big part of really being effective with my time. Time management is huge. And so I think finding a way to operate with your time is key, and embracing calendars.
Oh, you are speaking my language. I have recently decided that if someone is unable to use a digital calendar and they are like, yeah, I wrote it down on my normal calendar. I'm like, oh, I don't think we're going to be a good fit.
Right, right.
Right? Like,
Yeah,
only
and then
I like the
finding a
calendar.
way, yeah, with the operations in those calendars, like the Gmail calendar, my Outlook calendar, and in the different accounts, and making sure that when I'm logged in on my Google, that it's going to go into the right calendar when I set an appointment. So
Mm,
that's been one of the biggest challenges for me in calendars, isn't so much using them as like making sure they're all on the same calendar or
yeah.
linked. You can see them all in each calendar because
And
I can easily forget something.
I have found Outlook is pretty messy with that, but Google's been pretty solid.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm now transitioning away from my Outlook back to Google.
Google makes sense.
So yeah, that's been for me the operational thing. And I'm fortunate. I'm not a coach. I don't have a bajillion people to connect with. It's just me and my evergreen. So
But even so, having the right operations in place, like you said, in that these beginning phases, having your marketing in place, having your operations stabilized so that you have that strong
right.
foundation really allows you to move into the V of I move, which is these strategies to give you velocity, right? So, what tactics have you employed to really maintain and build that momentum?
Well, the biggest thing for that is using my workflows. I'm in the moment of designing them and coming from that sticky notes all over the wall kind of place. Like, well, if they don't get that offer, because this is my funnel is a free massage supplies list with a gated offer for $27 for the masterclass, with a one-time offer to get the full course for $297. And if you don't want to get that, you can do it 3-pay. Or if you don't want to, you don't make it through there, you just want a practice video called the Harmony Flow tutorial video to watch along with, which would be really cool. That is the last one. Oh, you don't want that? Then I can do 3 pay on that. So I've got that whole, funnel set up. And now there's the workflows to that, right? So I can follow up. The fortune is in the follow up.
Mhm.
So I really, for me to elevate and keep growing is to constantly follow up and send new things out, add this new tip in. And also I'm going to be doing beyond the first video you get for tutorial. That's called the harmony flow. I'm going to be doing other flows because massage is like art. It's putting the different pieces together. So I'll have like in the future a flow to teach you how to really focus on the upper body and how to really unwind the tension in your shoulders. Then the next one will be all about the lower body. And then the next one will be like how to do it sideline and those kind of things. So I'm teaching like different approaches to a massage so it never gets boring. And those will be just tutorials that you can buy only if you've gone through the art of flow. So that's not just for anybody. It's like to build my audience and build that community is
Right.
through the art of flow.
And really
Yeah,
using those workflows and those funnels to build that velocity and now those continuous touch points to
right.
connect with that audience.
Yeah, and the velocity is, I think, with more offering, right?
Mhm.
Or
Beautiful.
I don't know. What do you mean by velocity in that way? But yeah,
Right.
I would say, does velocity include more stuff?
I
Not
think
necessarily. Maybe it's more follow-up.
it's what is adding that momentum to your business and driving that growth. And for a lot of people,
Ah,
that is right. I'm adding more things and I'm adding more growth and more opportunities and touch points with my clients. Others,
right.
that's the follow up. Others, that's I'm trying this specific strategy. So I love that you're using the training platforms and adding more
Right.
to it and those follow up pieces.
Yeah. I may be doing with a gal that is already using MassaVinci with her partner. She really loves it. She's in St. George, and we may be doing some private retreats for couples where
That's
they
cool.
come down and they go for hikes and they go for bikes and they come back and learn a little massage.
That's super cool.
Yeah, I
And
think it could be a really cool thing. So, but first I want to make it through my first year before we start doing that, work out all the kinks, trust that the platform is just solid, and then I can wander off into the land of retreats in Costa Rica.
all those cool places. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah, yeah.
that's an excellent way into the final piece of the I move, which is E standing for execution. So what is the next big
Mhm.
project or initiative that you're focusing on and how are you planning to execute on it?
The next initiative I have is next Tuesday. I'm getting together with one of the results of listening to my intuition and dealing with it when I failed. I found I call a triple threat. A triple threat in skiing is somebody who can teleski, alpine, and snowboard.
Okay.
So a triple threat for me in video production, he's a massage therapist, a video editor, and a video cameraman. So
Oh
I've
my
got all
gosh.
three. I know. So I was like, thank you,
That's a
thank
unicorn.
you, thank you, thank you. So this is my next project. It's Tuesday, and we're just gonna do it in a very simple, low-key home because I'm teaching people how to do it at home. So it's gonna be in this beautiful low-key home, and we're gonna do the harmony flow video. And I teach with an 8 series method. So I break it down so it's really digestible and easy for people to understand. So you just have 8 series on the back of the body and 8 series on the front. And so we're shooting that. And it's been a long time coming. I think I have at least 80 hours into the document making it. And it's a pretty, the massage therapist is like, this is such an ambitious idea of yours because anybody who knows massage knows how many moves are involved. So,
Oh my
and
gosh.
to simplify them, it's been cool.
Well,
It's
that
like a dance. It's like
yeah,
a
that
dance.
sounds amazing. And
Right?
good luck on Tuesday. And we can't wait to
Thank you.
see the results of that. So,
Yeah.
how can our audience find out more about you? And you also mentioned, your art of flow, your masterclass. Tell us a little bit more about those and how our audience can learn more.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. The master class is just simple 5 steps. The first three you whiz right through. You're going to get a supplies list for everything you need. Like you could get a massage table. I don't know if many people know, but you could get it for like $70. It's
No.
not going to be the best, but you could get it for 70. You can go up to $500. They last for a lifetime. And I go over all the equipment, how to set it up, how to store it, like where to find a place in your house to use it and everything you need that way. And then I go into a bit of a mindfulness guide of communication and talking to each other specifically for massage, setting boundaries. And then I go into the contraindications because it's really important for me that everybody stays healthy. Like don't do a massage when you're drinking. I go into that. And then, but we spend most of the time on the hand techniques that you use for massage so your hands don't tire and cramp. And then we get into the how to use your elbows and deliver the pressure. So that's like all the package of the master class. Now, the art of flow is an extension of that. The art of flow is the 8 series method, how to take all those hand techniques and elbow and put them together to create a really beautiful 60-minute massage for your partner, if not more. You can even go longer. And I show them maneuvers, I call that, when you move the body. And then I also have these things called the sweeps. And the sweeps are just these really long, central, awesome moves. They're rooted in Lomi Lomi, the Hawaiian massage. So they
Okay.
have this very flowing kind of move. So the harmony flow really is a lot of just relaxing moves with spots to go and work on some tension with your elbow, with your knuckles, with your fist, with your thumb blade. And I give them fun names, so it's easy, right? Crab hands, raking fingers, fist pump, uh, bent knuckles, C knuckle, all those kinds of things. So you can really use your hands like a pro does.
That's
Yeah,
amazing. Very
yeah.
cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, Julie, I love what you're building. I think it sounds like such an innovative and niche idea that I think a lot of people can benefit from, especially for that art of massage, that touch. So thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today, for being
you.
so candid, pulling back the curtain on your business in the areas of the I move method. Really appreciate your time today.
Well, thank you so much, Taylor. I'm appreciative for you and everything you're doing for elevating others in business like me. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. So those of you watching and listening, thanks for joining us today and joining in. There will be more Get Good at Business highlights in the future, so stay tuned. But in the meantime, remember, you can get good at business.